guys, welcome back to my channel. I know that I didn't stick to my word with saying that I'd be doing scheduled videos, but I am so sorry. I seriously, I'm going to try my best. But today it's going to be a different video. It's a requested video, so anyone that might be going through this, hopefully this will benefit. And I've been asked to talk about how to overcome depression, tips on how to try and get yourself out of it, how to, isn't that the same as overcoming? How to basically deal with someone that might have depression that you know, and how to know that you may have depression as well. Personally, I wouldn't say I've had depression. I'd say more stress, but then the stress is just like related to, like, you know, if you've got like college deadlines, or you've got, let's just say someone goes uni, you've got uni deadlines, you've got work deadlines, you've got to get to work, you've got to come back, you've got to do this, you've got to do things like that. Then I do stress out a lot like that, and I think there must be a lot of people that do talk about it a lot to you, or if not, you hear people around wherever you are, I've got this to do, I've got this to do. So I will speak about depression as much as I can. I'll try and speak from a, you know, my point of view, and then I'll try and see how it would be as me being the third person to try and see how I would overcome it from someone that I know. So for me, depression, for me, by the way guys, I don't want to offend anyone out there, for me, depression can be fallen into so many different categories, whether it's to do with having a loss in your life, whether it's having that empty space, not even because you've lost someone, maybe because you're feeling like that, as though there's something that's incomplete and that you need some sort of feeling to be restored back into you, and you feel like you don't really want to talk to anyone, you don't really want to do anything, and not in such a bad way, but you really feel sorry for yourself. And personally, I will be honest, personally, there's days that, I don't know if it's hormonal, but there are days where I think, oh, I've got so much to do, and how am I gonna get it all done, and how, and it happens. And guys, look, it's normal. Like, you have to stop telling yourself like, oh my god, I'm so weird, it must just be me. No, there's so many people out there, but you have to have the guts to actually, you know, get up and actually say, yeah, actually I go through that as well. Like, oh no, yeah, I go through that as well. So anyone that's going through it, guys, like, it's normal. Like, you don't tell yourself that you're different to anyone else. It's fine. Like, a lot of people go through a lot of things, but they just don't show it as such. But I'd say depression for me, in a nutshell, is having that incomplete feeling, having that really down feeling inside of you, where you just don't want to do anything, you just want to block yourself out, and you just want to be that one person alone. Overcoming wise, I'd say it's hard, especially if you've got severe depression. It's very hard. You try and tell yourself that this is the way you want to live. You don't want to go out, you don't want to see anyone, you don't want to do any like fun games and things with the family, you don't want to meet your old friends, you just don't want to do anything. You just want to do what you have to do in the house, or maybe having to, if you've got a job, if you want to go work, you're just doing that because it's setting your routine, and then after that you just want to come home and just coop yourself up. For me personally, that's how I see it. So look, it's normal. Some people like that lifestyle, like you just go out, do your things, come back, and that's it, and then have your now and again going out, which is normal. That's what I do. I'll be honest, I do whatever I gotta do, and when there's days that we want to go out, we'll decide, we'll plan, and we'll go. But if it's like every single day, you know, it's been like 3-4 months now, and you're just cooped up in the house, for me personally, I'd say, like, you know, you need that breath of fresh air. You need to tell yourself that you're okay to go out. If you feel like you can't do it alone, then try and feel like you know that you've got a friend or a family member that can support you, because for me, support is one of the biggest things that you need when you're going through something physically or mentally. I think people don't understand, like, I know it's gone past World Mental Health Day now, but people don't understand that although you may have a physical disability, some people have mental disability, some people might not even come forward and say they've got depression, they've got anxiety, they have a stress disorder, personality disorder, all those things that some people haven't even heard about, and yet people out there go on like it's nothing, like, oh well, she looks normal, he looks normal, so clearly there must be nothing wrong with that person. But you guys, you don't understand what someone might be going through in here, and it's sad to think that some people can actually judge someone just by looking at them. For example, right now, someone could see me outside in the streets and be like, yeah, but she's a terrorist because she's wearing a scarf. It's just one of those typical things to say, and it's just like, you know what, it's sad to actually think that. And at the end of the day, guys, you shouldn't judge someone just because you're looking at them and thinking that they haven't got anything, that they're not going through anything. So having support and actually having someone that understands what you're going through is one of the biggest things that you guys, like, it's just one of the biggest things that you support. And of course, if you don't have support, you're always going to have someone that might be going through the same thing. So you could always just get online and just like anonymously just like do a group chat or something on Facebook, or make an event or something, and people will just gather in. Or guys, like, if you're going through things, and I've always said, if you ever want to speak to me about it, you have my email and everything's in my description box. It's on my Instagram, all my social media. If you ever want to speak to me, you know where I am. Like I said, this was a requested video. I'm anonymously doing it. I'm not going to explain and say who it's been asked by, but overcoming is a big step, and it takes, you don't have to, it's not about doing leaps and bounds, it's about taking the small baby steps. And once you take the small baby steps, you know, you'll get there, inshallah. I mean, the first step is always the hardest. I've always said that. So guys, always try and think positively. And it's hard. Sometimes you do think, oh no, I just can't do it. But there will be days like that, so you don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay, not every day is the same. And inshallah, if you keep positive, then inshallah Allah will guide you, and Allah will listen to you, and you know, He'll understand, and like you'll get to the goal you want to get to. Regarding someone that you know is going through depression, personally, I'd say that you shouldn't judge them. Like I've just said about overcoming, you should be that one family member or that one person that should be helping and saying, do you know what, I'ma help you, I'ma really help you, like I got you, like I know where you're getting and how we're gonna get there, I'ma be there. Like, you need to be that person. You need to be that one person that they can be like, you know what, actually blah blah blah, I need help. Or do you know what, actually blah blah blah, like I can't do this by myself. You need to be that one person that can say, okay, it's okay, I'm here. I think being a person that's there like for someone that's going through that is like one of the nicest blessings ever. Like, imagine someone going through something and you're there to help them, and you're in their du'as. Like, that's like the biggest like present that they could give you back. Like, guys, I'm not saying you should do it just for du'as. I'm not saying you should just do it just to make yourself look like, oh, I helped. I'm trying to say to you guys that, you know, even if you go and help someone like that with an open mind, you get to understand it. So God forbid, yeah, it happened to you guys, then at least you'd know the symptoms. You'd know, oh, actually, I might be going through it. I'm going to get to symptoms in a bit, but at least you can say, oh, actually, like, I'm going through this and I need help now. And then inshallah someone else would help you, and it's just rolling. It's just a cycle. So I definitely say, like, if someone's going through it, just try and be there for them. Always think positive, like, for them. Never think, oh, well, what if it doesn't happen like this? Try and make them think positive. Like, you're that one, like, rock. You're their rock in this like whole situation. So you need to be there and be like, actually, you know what, don't worry about it. This is gonna happen. This is gonna happen, and this is how we're gonna overcome it. Also, you being a family member or a friend or someone who's just there for someone that's going through this, just always remember that one person that they were before they actually became who they are now. Try and make them remember the memories, and just try and make them smile. That's what I'm saying, guys. Just make them smile and just make them feel good about themselves. And honestly, I know it's not easy being the person in the end where you can see what's going on to the person you love most, and I know it happens, but honestly, you'll feel so relieved when you can slowly see the progress. And symptoms wise guys, I'd say that when it comes to people, like I said, slowly cooping themselves up in the house, not replying to messages, not replying to phone calls, you've not spoken to them in ages, you've not heard about them. Someone said, oh, like for example me, oh, where's Sadiyyadee? I've not seen her in so long. And someone's like, well, actually, I don't know. That's when you're like, okay, actually, I might need to hit up her phone. I might actually need to go and see what's going on. Just even if it was like you went to pop in to see if they were okay, they may be fine, they may be okay, they may just generally be really busy. But imagine you went there and then someone just broke down and said, actually, I'm going through this. Then you'd be that rock for them. So this is my opinion, by the way, guys. I'm not saying that depression is something where you're just in the house and stuff like that. There's times where you're gonna have a completely different type of depression. There's so many. I've been in the mental health sector, so I know bits and bobs. But at the end of the day, I'm not judging anyone. I'm not saying that one type of depression is not as important as another type. I'm not saying that your views are not as good as my views. These are all things that I'm personally saying, and I hope that I've benefited people. Of course, if you want more in-depth view, then let me know, and I'll email you and I'll let you know. And if there's any other topics or any other situations that you guys would like me to talk about, then of course you guys know what to do. Just email me, just talk to me on any type of social media, and I'll get back to you inshallah. And guys, if you did think that this video would benefit anyone, then of course share it and just let everyone know. And if you did like this video, then give this video a big massive thumbs up, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And until next time guys, you take care. See you later. Bye.